Afternoon, everyone. Uh, I'm the founder and CEO at Chhotastock. An engineer by profession, an entrepreneur by choice. Started my career with Wipro as a project engineer, then worked as a senior software building trading systems for Trade Labs and Zerodha. Headed engineering, built scalable and distributable systems for WealthTech, Capital Quotient, and Simply. And 2020 was a time when I ventured out into an algo-driven trading platform called Blitz Money, especially in the space of FNOs, managing around 50 odd crores. Right? And so, while the pandemic might have definitely inculcated that habit of saving and investing habits in young Indians, there's still a larger audience who lack financial education and uh, inherently they do not have that knowledge of investing in high growth asset classes, right? Inherently unenthusiastic in investing in growing portfolios, right? And uh, when we when we speak about this problem, one of the major reasons is both our education system and families who value saving money over investing. And in most of the cases, individuals have been parking their entire savings in traditional savings account, and only few of them in the entire population understand and invest in debt or equity instruments, and even few of them have the funds to even fund their next 3 months needs. And with a very poor financial health and easy access to credit, in a nutshell, banking and investing is not exciting enough, and Gen Z's is a curious case with great challenges where they seek social validity, often wants to invest where their peers are investing, often wants to do what their peers are doing, and often wants to be there where peers are there. And most importantly, they are the ones who have inherent inclination towards fantasy games, uh, and with higher expectation and low probability of winning, right? 70% of the Indians save through fixed deposits, and only 80% of them fall below 10 lakhs per annum as a salary bracket. But here's a case, right? Only 50% of them are able to save at least 10% of the total income at the end of every year or every month, and that's around 400 million aspiring individuals who are seeking financial education and a right rocket for their next decade of financial growth. And one out of those 400 million aspiring individuals is Rajesh, a store manager from Pune, who've been often saving his money through fixed deposits, and usually it gets very painful for him to even achieve his goals because of the slow pace of growth. And when it comes to retail investors as a behavior and the challenges, there are multiple pain points. One is, of course, affordability of large cap stocks, and with no returns or less returns on digital gold, and most importantly, the monotonous user experience of investing platforms are the major pain points of these investors. And that is what we want to change. Introducing Chhotastock. Chhotastock is when the world is pushing everyone towards a buy now, pay later, what we have built is a say now, pay later, or say now, buy later platform where we have entirely gamified the investing experience, yet enabling micro and social investing in high growth asset classes like equities and debt instruments, which is returning more than traditional investment opportunities in the country. Right? And when we speak about micro investing, it is through basket of equities in-house curated with our expert research team. And when it comes to debt, which is P2P investments as low as 100 rupees, right? And social investing, anyone who, me, you, or anyone who does not understand stock market can follow experts in the stock market and build portfolios and copy trades from them, right? How does it work? For every rupee the user invests on the platform, uh, the users have a right to play daily or weekly games, which is focused towards doubling their knowledge, especially in finance, and at the same time doubling their rewards, thus maximizing their earnings. It's a very gamified platform, just like Candy Crush, where users get started with level 0 uh, and understand how to play the game. Then you move to level 1, where you get advanced stages of playing that game, right? There's a similar user experience that we have built for investing as well, where a beginner gets started with investing, and in the journey is investing through our product of equities and debt, and yet building a good financial health for himself through Save Now, Buy Later, to our partnerships like Apple resellers, Make My Trip, etc., etc. And then in the journey of doing this, is playing games like cricket, is playing endless runner, where he is doubling his rewards and knowledge. Uh, it was in February that we started off with B2B2C model. We tied up with Simply. We have Jupiter Money, we have Flipit Money, we have Wisans who are using our platform on their application. It's been 1 year of operations for us. We have touched upon 350K lives. Close to 120K users have at least invested once on the platform, and close to 35,000 repeat transacting users on the platform, and close to 70,000 new demat accounts. So we have Zerodha, we have Kotak Securities, we have Angel One who are offering free demat on our platform, where users can get started with their investing in less than 1 hour. And when it comes to revenue, we have made around 120K ARR, and we have close to 4 B2B2C partners. And we are growing at a pace of 20% month on month. With respect to competitive landscape, this is a space where we belong to. We have seen high growth asset classes being offered by small case. We have fellows, gamified digital gold savings. So we belong to a space where we have gamified high growth asset classes and made it social and yet vernacular. So the entire user experience is built on 11 Indian languages. It's a $3.2 billion market that we are tapping on, especially when it comes to households. From a income point of view, it is close to 30% of the upper segment and close to 70% of the lower mid-income segment that we are targeting. And that's where the 3.2 billion market that we are tapping on. And when it comes to funding, it was in March last year that we raised a pre-seed. We raised a total of 360K. Curious cases, 50% of our traction comes from B2B2C, where we haven't spent a single rupee on marketing. Close to 20% have come through word of mouth, and only 20% is where we are acquiring such users. So far, we have 350K from here. 12 months down the line, we are planning to reach at least 5 million lives with close to 1.2 million monthly active users and close to 720K monthly active transacting users. From a $1.8 acquisition cost, we want to come down to $0.3. With respect to team, we are a young, dynamic team who have built investment stacks for Zerodha, Flexi Loans, Your Story, Simply in the past, and people who have spent close to 6 to 7 years in the industry building scalable and distributable systems. And how do we make money is through multiple channels. One, the demat accounts. The entire platform is available for the user free of cost. But what we do make is 500 rupees upfront from the broker when a demat account gets opened on the platform, and beyond which we make 0.75 to 25 rupees on the transaction volume. From a B2B2C point of view, the partnerships that we have, we make 1 to 1.5 lakhs a month. We have AUM-based trailing payouts from P2P products like Lendbox, who is our NPFC partner, through which we make 2 to 2.5%. And the Save Now, Buy Later, where we are partnering with brands, user purchases on the platform, we make 5 to 10% of the total purchase volume. It's been one year of operation for us. We started in February last year. We got incubated and accelerated by IIM Ahmedabad in August. We touched 300K lives in November, and close to 400K is what we'll be touching by end of February. Yeah, so of course, customers love us. One of those person who came on our platform just to save for his child's education, thought that he'll save it in the next 6 months, but he could achieve that in less than 4 months. And on the, especially on the B2B2C side, we have cut short that time and effort that platforms take to go live with investment stack. And that is what the change that we have built. So these are the products that we have, especially the equity baskets that we curate in-house. These are curated by our SEBI-registered investment advisors and research analysts. These are the products that is live, and none of these returns mentioned are just backtested results. These are live returns in the market. Let's say, for example, outperformers have delivered 30 odd percent in the last 5 months. Right? You take any product, we have outbeaten the benchmarks, whether it is Nifty benchmark or the mutual fund benchmark, and in fact, the digital gold, which has been the most penetrated asset classes in the recent time, has given a drawdown of 5%. So that's all, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Do we have any quick questions? Very quickly. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
So I was going through your presentation and I found it quite interesting. However, your am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your product is a lot to do with wealth. Okay.
Correct.
But I had a question that since how many users do you have on this platform currently?
We have around 350K, 3.5
300,
lakh.
3.5 lakh users. Okay. And have you done any, would you have any kind of data on what type of jobs these individuals are doing? What is their income segment,
Yes.
age group, and all of that?
Yes. So close to 63% of our users come from tier 2, tier 3 cities who belong to an income range of 25 to 40,000. And when it comes to age group, it is 21 to 28 is our sweet spot. Of course, we have people who have invested beyond the age of 28 as well, but 21 to 28 is where we have created that.
That's your target audience.
Correct.
And what kind of income data would you have for these consumers? Do you have any, do you, if you're kind of, digitizing and creating an algorithm around their spends, I'm sure that you're also collecting a lot of
Correct.
data on their incomes, right? Would you have that?
So we do not collect data directly from the users. What we have is an in-house ML model where we predict based on his region, his previous investing habits and previous holdings, if he has any. That is where we predict. What we are also doing is an account aggregation. We directly pull in his expenses and income, and from there we build a better.
So account aggregator service you're using for bank statements?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'll meet you offline.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you so much for that thought-provoking session. Let's have a huge round of applause for him. Thank you so much. Moving forward with the next demo topic, and the next demo is on FoxPe. Can we have the person on the stage, please? Can we please have the speaker joining us? Let's have a huge round of applause for Jayant.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaivan. I'm the founder of FoxPe. So FoxPe is in the business of simplifying loyalty and reward journeys through integrated payments. Okay. So before we begin, I would request everyone to remember the image of this cargo ship. Okay. So it is just not put randomly. It has something to do with FoxPe, and I'll explain it at the end of the session. Okay. So I used to be a management consultant for 3 years. I worked with EY. I traveled to various places across India, and I have had a varied shopping experiences. I gathered a lot of loyalty points from different retail chains. Okay, most of the time they were in the form of SMS campaigns, physical coupons, and I misplaced them. So I kept on thinking about what we could do about this. Okay, and that's when this thought sprouted up of having integrated an aggregator of loyalty points and rewards. Okay, when I moved to Axis Bank, then this idea of combining loyalty points with payments began taking shape, and that's when I started working on it. Okay. So let's have a look at the problem. Okay. So if you look at any major retail brand, be it Chroma, be it Shopperstop, be it Pantaloons, okay, be it Starbucks, they are running their own loyalty programs, okay. But you never look at the loyalty program and go into a particular outlet. You come to know about these loyalty programs whenever you enter that particular outlets, okay. So that's where the first reason why these particular brands are running these campaigns gets defeated. You only come to know about these reward programs or loyalty programs whenever you enter a particular outlet. These reward campaigns are being run through SMS campaigns or through physical coupons, but none of us have ever looked at the SMS inbox or physical coupons. Okay, so it's a loss for both the customers and merchants. It's in general it's a loss for economy. And thirdly, this loyalty, reward, redemption, and payments are separate and disjointed processes. Okay, you'll go to a particular store, the POS operator will ask you about your mobile number, then you'll tell him, then he'll tell you about your balance, then you'll make a payment. So it's a very hassled experience. Okay, so that's what we are trying to solve through our solution. So we are building an aggregator, two-sided marketplace. So we are giving a real-time aggregated view to our customers about all the FoxPay merchant partners who are listed on the platform, about loyalty campaigns they are running, about loyalty balance they are holding with each customers. We are also giving them an option to make a payment through the app. So they'll redeem their earlier loyalty points, they'll make a payment, they'll earn further loyalty points, and this cycle will go on. On the merchant end, we are giving them state-of-the-art SaaS loyalty program management tools. Okay, so for most of these SMU merchants, they don't have enough resources or know how to run loyalty campaigns. So we are giving them a very easy to use plug and play loyalty campaign tool. Okay, and in the future, we are planning to integrate loyalty reward campaigns with POS. Okay, so that's how we are planning to bridge the gap in POS transactions and payments. Okay, this is how the product around the solution looks like. So we have in total 3 products. First one is FoxPay customer app. Okay, you can it's a location-based aggregated view. So you'll be able to see all the merchants who are present in your particular location in around 50-kilometer radius. You will be able to see their loyalty campaigns. Okay, so this looks very similar to existing aggregators, but difference is it is in the second card that you see. It's cashback credits. Okay, so this is our proprietary loyalty program. Okay, so it depends upon your number of visits to a particular outlets, your purchase history, and these are funded by merchants. Okay, FoxPay is not incurring any cost on this. So you'll select your offer card, you'll make a payment, and you'll earn further loyalty points, which are redeemable at a particular merchant. So these are closed loop loyalty programs. Okay. So moving on to the other end, so that's our merchant app. We are giving them 2 products. First one is FoxPay merchant app. They'll be able to see their dashboards. Okay, payment history. They'll be able to see their entire franchise. They'll be able to manage their franchises. They'll be able to have multi-store views. They'll be able to manage users, so on and so forth. Also, they'll be able to have a web dashboard where they'll be able to get reconciliation and settlement reports. Okay. So unfortunately, I cannot present FoxPay live demo due to limitations, but I would request to play an AV, please. can you go back to the FoxPay QR code bit, please? Stop. Okay. So we have also issued FoxPay QR codes to our merchants. Okay. So it's a very simplified customer journey. FoxPay customer will go to a FoxPay partner merchant. He'll scan the QR code. He'll be able to see his loyalty balance and he'll make a payment. So in a way, we are trying to combine QR codes plus loyalty. So that's the stage we are at. But going forward, we want to combine. We want to add further payment methods. We want to do POS integrations, etc. So can we have the next slide, please? Next slide. So this is how our business model looks like. So it's broken in two parts. First one is network. So obviously network is going to be free. It's going to be free for individual customers because they will be building our demand side, and it will be freemium for our merchants, okay, because they'll be building our supply side. So loyalty and reward solution, discoverability solution, it's all FoxPay merchant app. It's all going to be free for our merchant partners. We will be making money from our merchant side on living charges, on living platform fee on each transaction. Going forward, we'll be charging them for enhanced visibility. Also, we want to build this as a payments headquarter for our merchant. Okay, so this is going to be built in a way of similar to a SaaS platform. This is going to be a payments SaaS platform for our merchant partners. They'll be able to add users, manage their stores, manage their franchisee, etc. So this is how the market opportunity for FoxPay looks like. Okay, so the organized retail market for India is 167, or online market for India is $67 billion, and 30% of these transactions are about royalty and rewards. So that brings us to $70 billion of TAM. Our SAM is $25 billion. So we are currently targeting offline merchants and 50 and customers who pay digitally. That is 50% of the total market share. So that brings us to $25 billion. And our near-term target is $4 billion. So that is our SOM. So that's basically tier 1 cities. And all, we are targeting 30% penetration levels. Okay, so this is our roadmap. The green boxes that you see, so that is the development that has already been done. We are live in Pune in 2 localities, in Bibwewadi and Koregaon Park. So we have 20 plus merchants who are accepting FoxPay payment method. So we just went live a couple of weeks ago. So the multi-category merchant aggregator and loyalty rewards aggregator platform that we already built. We have also completed development and rollout at the merchant end about FoxPay SaaS platform. What we want to do in future is we want to we want to add UPI to our platform, the interoperable QR codes, and we want to scale in that direction. We want to add deep loyalty engine in the first year of operations. Going forward, that's the next stage of development, and that's going to be making FoxPay a truly omni-channel platform. So we'll be building D2C, we'll be building omni-channel checkouts, we'll be building Shopify and Magenta checkout for D2C brands. And a third and final stage of development will be about making FoxPay a truly 360-degree omni-channel payment acceptance solution, because we'll be having a rewards and loyalty data point mode, and this will act as a lever in scaling up. Okay, so the team is, so I'm the founder, CEO and CTO. There are 2 full-time developers. There is a digital marketer, and I've been supported by my friends in operations. Okay, so it's a bootstrap startup. Okay, so we are coming back to this cargo ship. Okay, so I'm going to be making a statement. FoxPay is similar to retail commerce, to what cargo ships are to the world trade. Okay. A few hundred years, world trade was limited by the barriers of continents. The invent of cargo ships built that barrier. In the similar way, FoxPay is going to be breaking barriers of broken experiences in loyalty and payments, and it's going to be making retail commerce easier. Thank you, everyone. My name is Jaivan, and I'm on the vision to make FoxPay an integral and inseparable part of the retail commerce infrastructure.
Thank you. Do we have any questions before you go offline? Any question from the audience? I think they can connect with you later. Thank you so much. Thank you for your insights. Up next, we have pension box demo, and we have the Kuldeep, who's going to be taking on the baton. All the very best, and looking forward to it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I think we have a better house than the last two pitches. Let me start introducing pension box. Right, we are reimagining pension for 21st century. Pension is nothing new. Right, it has been there since the time of Romans. They created the first pension plan ever for their soldiers, and we still have it for our army. So basically, pension. Let me break it down for you. Pension is nothing but a withdrawal from your existing savings on month basis, right? We have a simple vision to improve the way Indians retire. As simple as that. We believe there should be a better way to plan a retirement, where there should be a better way to look at retirement and plan, save, invest, and do everything, right? But the overall motto where we are solving this is basically improve the way Indians retire. As simple as that, right? My name is Kuldeep. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Pension Box. I'm the one who talks, and that's why I'm here. My co-founder and CTO is Shivam. He's my brother. He's 2 years elder to me, and usually people ask me, where did you meet your co-founder? I met him when he was born 28 years back, right? So we started building Pension Box because we can. I'm the one who handles the product and the marketing. I've worked for Fidelity Investments before this. So basically I build platforms for 401k. If you're aware, that's a US retirement space. I know how the retirement industry works, and that's how we started looking at India as a solution, and especially our parents, right? Like, mere bachche hi mera sahara banenge was the original retirement planning. But we thought we can do something better with the tech that is coming up, right? My co-founder, also known as the Chief Food Officer at Pension Box, he's exactly opposite to me. I'm extrovert, he's introvert. He's tech, I'm product. And that's how, the whole journey started in 2022 beginning, right? So about 1.5 years now to start building Pension Box. We have more people now, it's just not us. We have about 22 people in the team, but this is the founding team looks like. Before I move forward and tell you what Pension Box is all about, I want to give you a little hint about, okay, sorry about the glitch, but let me tell you what Pension Box or what pension problem in India is, right? There's a broken pension industry altogether. Last 13 years or 20 years down the line, like last 20 years, more than 28 million people have already retired without enough pension savings. So you will see lot many people in their elderlies in retirement homes, getting dependent on kids, not enough having pension support from the government. That is pretty much visible in the society, right? That has already happened. So I can't do anything about it. They do not have enough time or the money to invest and save towards it. But I can definitely prevent what's happening next. So even today, 87% of India's workforce do not save for their retirement. I can bet, including all of you, might not have think about retirement till this point. But you will act on it once you go back home and discuss about it, ke boss, kya karna hai? Right? So that's the right number, but it is a socially connected problem. Once you think about it, you can't sleep without thinking about it. You have to act on it. And that's what's exactly happening in India. In next 30 years, we will have 186 million, that is 18 crore people retiring, right or wrong, I don't know. But we will be retiring in next 30 years. And something happened again, okay. You know what, I don't need the slides. I can just go through it, right? So in next 30 years, the data says that by 2050, we will have 240 million people in retirement age. We currently have 136 million people already. अगर हिंदी में बताऊं तो 13 करोड़ लोग हैं जो ऑलरेडी रिटायर कर चुके हैं. 34 करोड़ हो जाएंगे जब वो रिटायर करने जाएंगे. तो the gap of 18 crore people are still other people who can act on it, save, plan, get better ready when the time comes. So pension box, this is known by us. We know about it. Government knows about it. There's a push towards NPS. There's a tax savings on each of the pension savings, right? Because you save more towards it. We know it, you know it, government knows about it, and that's why we're building Pension Box. Pension Box is India's first pension app focusing on privately employed workforce so that you can create your own dream retirement plan for the people who are below 30 here. Everyone wants to retire early. Like they want to go to Goa, open up their cafe, just chill there, do nothing. That's the vibe that you get from retirement, right? We don't want to work till 60, right? But people who are in their 40s, 50s, early retirement is not a kick, right? It's more about saving right, having enough money in the bank when they retire. So the communication changes when the product goes out, but the product remains the same. So it does 3 simple things for you. First, it will help you create your own dream retirement plan. So my retirement plan would be very different from her, right? And when she creates the plan, it will be very different from mine. I might want to go back home and just do farming, right? And she might want to go back to Goa and open up the cafe, right? So every one person will create their own dream retirement plan. Till now, 1,20,000 people at Pension Box have done it already in last 5 months. We are growing more than 100% a month. Second thing it does is it tracks down your pension savings. Can anyone guess what's the first pension savings you guys have? Like the very first pension savings you made knowingly or without knowingly? 500 rupees?
Yes, I remember going to my bank, which is HDFC, and I was told there is this Atal Bihari Yojana pension.
Atal Pension Yojana.
Yes.
That's a good move. But usually people have PF as their very first savings, right? So we track down PF within 9 seconds and tell you how much it will become, not just how much it is right now. So your goal might be 5 crores in the first step. The second moment you track down your existing savings, your goal gets iterated. No one in the industry does that. They calculate your pension calculator, retirement calculator one time, and they forget about it. So basically they assume that you're going to stay on the bike till the time you retire, but eventually you might have a Merc or a car or something, and they want to go back to you saying that 2 crore is enough hai, ho jayega tumhara. But aisa nahi hai. You have to iterate your plan as you move forward. As soon as you track savings, we build analytics over it. So let me be very honest, there's nothing new in wealth planning. सब प्लानिंग करते हैं, ट्रैक करते हैं और इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. हमने उसमें लॉजिक ढूंढा कि क्या करना है और क्या करना चाहिए. As simple as that. Second thing you track, we track it smarter and then iterate the plan that you already done, right? Third thing we do, so now you know the gap, right? You want to retire in Goa, but you don't have enough money. What's next? You save money. So once you know the need, once you know the gap in your savings, you invest. So the investing comes third. So होता है ना हमारे घरों में ना छत पे स्लोप होता है. Like wherever the पानी गिरेगा, हमेशा एक कोने में एक होल होगा, उसमें ही जाएगा. So there's a slope in the product also. Once you track, PF enough nahi hai, invest more. Plan kiya, got the numbers, that's not enough, invest more. So there's a slope in the product which leads you to invest towards your savings, and that's what exactly Pension Box is, right? I could have shown you the demo also. It's pretty cool, but good thing it's not working. You can download it and try it yourself. That's the best demo you can have. It's a DIY platform. You don't need my help to show you how it works. Let me talk to you about how do we earn money or what products we go in about, right? So Atal Pension Yojana is very good product for people who are like very secure. It gives you very, 5,000 guaranteed pension till life. When something happens to you, your wife gets half of the pension, right? So the product that we got from PFRDA license is National Pension Scheme. That's the first product we onboarded, and the reasoning behind that is that PF and National Pension Scheme both help you save tax. तो आप क्या करते हो? सबसे पहले ना आप टैक्स बचाते हो. आप म्यूचुअल फंड, क्रिप्टो, एनएफटी में तब जाओगे जब आप 2 लाख का पहले बकेट पूरा कर लोगे और उसके बाद सोचोगे यार अब जो पैसा बचा हुआ है ना वो कहाँ डालना है. तो पहले आप पीएफ का टैक्स 180 में 1.5 लाख बचा लिया, एंड देन नेक्स्ट यू डू इज एनपीएस में 50,000. सो व्हेन यू सेव 50,000 थ्रू अस, वी मेक 250 rupees, and we haven't spent 250 on you to get you on board, right? So we make money every time someone save towards their retirement, and that's our first business model, and that's how we earn money, right? Moving forward, right now the pension space is about 280 billion in India. It's growing at 32-33% on an average, and we're going to hit $1 trillion pension savings by 2025. Now imagine this number by 2050. when all of us will have some retirement savings. My past company, Fidelity Investments, right? They manage $7 trillion of retirement savings in just US. And we are the one who will do it in next 10 years. So believe it or not, in next 10 years, there will be a retirement industry built up in India and someone will lead it. And when we look at the numbers, pension box will be the future of pension in India. So that's how we are building it. Okay. We can clap. Okay. Moving forward, I think we have, so the intent to come here and present from Bangalore at 5 a.m. flight is to get three things. If you are an investor, we are raising. We have raised already from 100x a couple of notable angel investors, but we are very cost effective. Our CAC could be the lowest in the market, and it is lowest in the market, to be honest, right? And we do not spend much money on the B2C. The second thing we do, it's a B2B2C as well. So if you have a HR, that's my second ask. So if you're not an investor, you have your own company or you're an employee of a company, share your HR contact number to us. We will go to them, tell them, okay, boss, I want to roll out pension box to your employees, help them be planned better, and that's how the second ask. Third, my team members are here, Nirbhay at the back and Pranath here. So if you feel you are a part of some fintech already and you feel there's a synergy that we can build together and faster, then definitely we are open for partnership. We are the underdog here, happy to do that. So there are three things. If you are investor, let's raise. If you are not, if you are employee, download pension box, share the contact details of your HR, give us some free marketing over there. And if you want to build better, build with us and faster. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kuleep. That was indeed an eye-opener, and thank you for creating so much of awareness on something that is so crucial and for securing the future. Thank you. Next up, we have Ms. Soumya Shah, who is going to be giving a demo on Tarrakki. Can we please have a round of applause for it?
Hey everyone, good afternoon. My name is Soumya and I'm the co-founder of Tarrakki. At Tarrakki, what we do is we build embedded finance for investments. A lot of us have been hearing companies, right? We have our sponsors, Razorpay, embedded finance for payments. Then there's Sciency, embedded finance for RegTech. So essentially, embedded finance has been gaining a lot of prominence in the last couple of years. What we do specifically is we focus on one specific category, which is investments. Essentially, anyone who wants to launch an investment product on their platform, we are the ones who embed and provide you technology for it. To give you a quick introduction about us, we have three co-founders. There's Shaili, Atul, and me. I'm on the business side, overall 15 years in financial services now, having worked with companies like Tata Capital, Ireland FS in the past. My co-founder Shaili, she's also been working in wealth management, having worked in the US in Essential Wealth. And my third co-founder Atul, who leads technology, comes with 20 plus years of software engineering expertise. We are backed by some prominent angels, as you can see. We have Asad, who was the former CEO, Yes Bank, former CEO of Yes Bank, Kiran, and a bunch of other fintech and notable banking and financial services angels who've backed us. Jumping on to what we exactly do. Our product comes in two forms. One is a white label product, and the second is an API-based product. Essentially, what we do is in our API-based product, you can build your own custom journeys and add and have your own UI UX. What we do is we give you the backend to launch investments. It could be right from KYCs to onboarding, facilitating transactions, transaction reconciliations, all of it. While our white label product is just simply a plug and play product where you can add your logo and have your own digital platform. To quickly summarize, like what are the different types of categories do we target? So we are one of the only platforms who's built a digital stack for multiple use cases. So we started with first asset class, which was mutual funds. And in mutual funds, what we did was we created several use cases. So you could be an individual financial distributor, or we had a great presentation from Kuldeep at Pension Box right now. His core audience is individuals. So let's say if you want to build a stack which is catering just for individuals, you can take our individuals investment stack. Just like that, you could be, let's say, an MSME neobank, or your end users could be MSMEs, businesses. We have a digital treasury stack for them. Why? Because businesses would not want to leave money idle in their current account. They would rather put it in a debt money market instrument and earn some surplus returns. While fixed deposits lock in the money. So we have a special stack which is built just for MSMEs. The third stack which we have is minors. A lot of parents already start saving for their children's education, or it could be children's wedding. A lot of aspirations are there from parents. And what we've done is we've enabled a minor savings account to invest in a mutual fund. So it's a 100% digital stack. So you could be, let's say, a teenage neobank. There are a lot of teenage neobanks which we've seen in the last 2-3 years. For them to add a savings product, what we can do is we provide a minor's investment stack. Just like that, we even have an NRI stack. So you could be a bank who's opening up NRE, NRO bank accounts. In order to cross-sell or upsell a product, what you can do is you can also digitally enable these NRIs to invest in Indian asset classes. And last is the HUFs and the trust. So essentially what we've done is for every type of PAN card, there is an investment, digital investment offering is something which we've built. So there are infra layers what we have built for. So these infra layers consist of various different types of modules which we call. So first is the KYC, where we have backend integrations with CVL, NDML, Fintech, CAMs. So this helps us kind of onboard the user. If your KYC is not done, you can push a fresh KYC to them, or alternatively, you can onboard them if their KYC has already been done. Then we have multiple backend integrations on the onboarding side. These could be directly with asset management companies, Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange. These are different types of, these are places where essentially transactions get processed. So every time you place a transaction, it might be flowing in through the exchange, let's say an Indian Clearing Corporation, or it might directly go to an RTA, which is CAMS and Fintech. So we have completed all of these back-end integrations. So for you or for any of our partners, they don't have to reinvent the wheel and do multiple layers of integration with everyone across the stack. We even launched this week MF Central integrations. So essentially everything which is required in order to launch a digital investment product, these are the different types of stacks which we've built, and last but not the least, even the reconciliation stack. Because for every transaction which happens, you'd want to reconcile them. Of course, there are a lot of ways where you can build digital investment products, but there are also challenges when you start building them. I'm sorry, I'm not able to see this over here, so I just have to turn around every minute. But there are, of course, when you try to build everything from scratch, of course, your timeline is much larger. We have partners who've gone live in 1 day with our white labeled integration and in 3 weeks with our API based integration. Why? Because they don't have to go and integrate at multiple levels and at different areas and different touch points. Essentially what happens is when you go to multiple people across the stack, your timeline for development gets extended from 3 weeks to 8 months to 12 months. Which essentially increases even the cost to go to market. I'm just going to kind of skip past this. So yes, of course. So everything which is required, right from compliances to go to market, to a back office customer support, everything is embedded into our stack. So our stack consists of multiple things. Like to start with, we have multiple layers of integrations with different asset management companies, exchanges like BSE Star. Of course, well-documented APIs for your engineering teams to quickly execute. Along with that, we have a KYC solution, onboarding solution, fund details. Like for example, if you want to see what the expense ratio is, or if you want to see what the historical returns of a particular product are, everything is embedded into our stack, so you don't have to partner with anyone else in the entire ecosystem in order to launch a digital investment product. So essentially, if I were to summarize how the product works, it's just basically you create your own UI UX and link it to our backend servers. We have various things like right from KYC to single sign-on. Payment gateways are integrated with alongside the transactions. That simplifies even your reconciliation and payment processes. I'll just show a quick demo of a use case. So we have a partner called SB NRI, who's a Delhi-based NRI neobank. When they started integrations with us, they started with our white label product. So what you're looking right now is, let's say when someone clicks over here on invest, they get redirected within the app to our white label product. As you can see, SB NRI powered by Tarrakki. So this is the front end which has already been built. This product takes only 1 day to integrate, and in less than a day, you can have mutual funds as an asset class on your platform. essentially, as there was more traction which was coming on, they moved to an API-based integration. When you look at an API-based integration, the biggest difference between this particular slide, this is our white label product. Now what you see is they've created their own custom UI UX, and everything is powered using our APIs. In 3 weeks, they were able to launch a full-scale digital investment platform on their app. This is one more integration which we've done with a company called Batik. It's an employee benefits portal. Over there, one of the key areas of employee benefits is something what we call as for investment advisory. So when someone logs into Batik, there is a dedicated investment advisory and a handholding. So like as Kuldeep mentioned in the previous pitch, pension savings are one of the biggest drivers where people are trying to save more. So as a part of employee benefits, what we've done is we've embedded the white label product. Through a single click, someone can get access to investment products along with a dedicated advisory. So this is a quick background in terms of how an expert consultation can be booked via Batik. And now it's all the investment journey is completely powered using our stack. And the last is we've also kind of empowered an investment manager. They kind of manage close to 1,000 crores of assets, someone who was going from physical to digital. Their entire stack, which you see right now of investments, is powered by us. So every button technically which you see on the platform right now, it's our backend APIs which are facilitating it. Maybe if you want to click on the portfolio section, your transaction section, explore any fund details. So this is a classic example of how you can create your own user journey and your own user experience, but still launch a platform using our infra stack where you don't have to kind of do the heavy lifting on the 80% backend, which we've already done. You just build your own custom screens. So that's a quick example of how PySquare works. So everything, right from KYC to registered KYCs, onboarding, fund details, transactions, bank mandates, creating recurring mandates for systematic investment plans, portfolios, XIRR, absolute returns, transactions, everything can be done using our infra stack. So that's a quick, I would say, a summary of essentially what we do at Tarrakki. Of course, the stack is ready, so anyone and everyone who's kind of looking to add investments as an offering, it might be even a small use case on your platform. But again, if there is a use case which you see, may it be around tax saving, may it be around long-term investments, different types of investment products, right from mutual funds is something which is live. We are launching fixed deposits this quarter. Post that, we are also launching digital gold and silver. So essentially, the whole idea is we want to be that full stack solution of investment products. Yeah, happy to answer any questions if needed.
Thank you, Mr. Soumya Shah. Any questions?
How are you making money?
So ET money, we are not ET money, we are...
I'm saying, how are you making money?
Oh, sorry, yeah. So we make money in two ways. One is we have a SaaS-based module. So for every API call which happens, we charge per API call. So for every transaction we charge, or for every onboarding we charge, for every reconciliation we charge. So it's a pure play SaaS model which we have on one side. And on the second side, like for example, SBNRI, which we just showed. So what they do is we have a revenue share also with them. So there are two ways we make money. So Batik is also rev share, SBNRI. So anyone who's selling regular plans or products where there is a trail commission involved, we do even revenue shares. If there's no trail commission or if any partners don't share revenues, it's SaaS. And in some cases, it's hybrid mix of both.
Yeah. Do we have any questions? All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to hear from you. Thank you. Up next, we have Archit, who's going to be giving a demo on Credwise Solutions Private Limited. Let's have a huge round of applause and welcome him.
Hi, I'm Archit. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Credwise. I'm an IIT Kanpur graduate from batch 2018. Post that, have been working with payments and checkout processes with companies like Walmart and Atlassian. And last year, mid-June, we actually started this Credwise. Why we started to build a solution which is called Credwise, which is essentially nothing but a credit sharing platform that allow anybody holding a credit line to share it with their loved ones, right? To give you a brief intro about why we believe that this is a problem. So how many of you guys have more than 2 earning members in your family? Any hands? I think roughly 10%. How many have only one earning member in the family? Yes, most of the use cases, right? So if you look at the current government data, what you will notice is that even in tier 1 city, more than 30% families have only one or more credit card, one or more earning members. To give you a context, average family size in India in tier 1 city is 4.2, and the average earning members per household is roughly 1.4, right? But if you look at any of the consumer tech or D2C brand or any marketplaces in India, you will notice that most expenses happens on the remaining family members. The actual earning member of family usually don't do most of the purchases, right? But still, most fintech companies in India right now are focused on the earning member of the family. And that's where Credwise comes into play, that we provide an easy to use solution for any individual to share money and credit with their loved ones. Can we go to the next slide? I think I've already explained the graph, but you will also see that more than 60% credit card holder right now in India are sharing card numbers and OTPs with their friends and family. There is a concept of add-on cards, but that penetration is only 5% due to lack of awareness and lack of controls. That's why most of Indian families, even from a very well-educated background, don't have add-on cards. And that's where Credwise come into place. Next slide. Right? Currently, all these family members, these 60% credit card holders are sharing card numbers and OTPs with their friends and family. That's like a highly insecure and inefficient method. If my sister want to buy something, she would have to call me. I have to tell him my card number and also share an OTP whenever it comes on my phone, right? And that's where we introduced Credwise. So, next slide, please. Credwise provide an easy to use platform that enable everybody to share their existing credit line and also have a transaction level control on the expenses, right? So let's say if you are sharing a credit with any of your loved ones, you can control where and how much can they spend in a given month or at a transaction level. Next slide. So how does this flow works, right? So what we do is that once a user gets onboarded on our platform, we ask them to essentially allow a certain credit limit to their loved ones. We block that amount on the credit card. We do not charge it. We just block it. And in lieu of that, we issue a PPI instrument to your loved ones. The OTPs for that will come on the directly phone of your loved ones. Now they can use this virtual Visa-backed card on any online purchase, any offline purchase, or even on the QR-based payments, right? And every single transaction get linked back to your credit card, right? Next slide. To give you a quick demo of it, the first thing which users would have to do is to come on our platform, add your friends and family. You can create a circle. Now either you can top up or provide an additional credit limit to these users. And now whenever they make a purchase, you can clearly see how the transactions are happening, and you can also control which of the transactions can go through or not. Next slide. Few advantages of Credwise. First, we are eliminating the sharing of credit cards numbers and OTP, making it highly secure. Second, we are not issuing a new credit line. We are just a tech enabler for credit share payments. So we are not taking any credit risk. So Credwise as a platform have a 0 NPA. And the third and the most important thing for our end users, they keep enjoying all the rewards associated with their credit cards, as well as get the interest-free period which any and all credit card companies are offering. Next slide. We launched a demo or a dummy app in the beginning of October 7. It was a beta test with limited set of features. Next slide. And since the last 2.5 months, we have acquired more than 60,000 users who have shared a transaction worth more than 100K US dollars. Till date, this has crossed roughly 1.1 CR. More than 9,000 users have added their credit card information and have shared it with their loved ones. And this is just in the initial beta tested app, which is only live for last 2 months. Can we go to the next slide, please? Right. What are our target audience? We specifically target credit card holders in tier 1 cities. That's roughly 70% of credit card holders in India, having a higher credit limit than 25,000. because that essentially allows them to share it more and their family members. Next slide. To give you a context of the market size, roughly $180 billion worth of credit card transactions happen each year in India, out of which more than 35% transactions are happening at a sharing basis. And based on our revenue models, this presents $1 billion revenue opportunity annually. And this number is actually growing at a 39% year over year, which is a tremendous rate, even after all the UPI and other digital mode of payments coming up. Next slide. Our users love our concept. We have helped them save a lot of money. We have helped them in getting their finances together. And we have helped them have a control over how their family is spending their money. Next, please. There is no other company in India who's doing credit sharing as of now. There's a lot of debit-based sharing like FemPay and Junior who are doing it at a children's segment but still in debit-based space. There are a lot more players in the credit industry, but nobody is actually focusing on the real aspect of India, which is that we are not individuals, right? We are households. Every earning member has a household. Everybody has a family and they want to give back to that family. Actual purchases happens for the family, not for themselves. And that's where we come in, and that's our philosophy, that we want to become India's first family payment solution, providing every single way possible for a family to pay through our services. Next. A brief intro about the team. I think I started with this, that I'm a graduate from IIT Kanpur. Have worked with firms like Walmart, Atlassian in data science roles. My co-founder Dheeraj, who is a CTO of the company, is a graduate from IIT Roorkee. I have been working with companies like Nutanix, Myntra, and American Express, again in the payments and the checkout processes, having a very deep knowledge around how to make a secure and scalable payment solution systems. And most of our tech team is again a graduate from different IITs, so our tech team is highly capable. We can ship product at a tremendous rate. Yeah, next slide please. If you want to know more about us, to try out our app, please visit our websites or reach out to us at founders@credwise.co.in. Now, happy to take any questions you have.
I think we have.
Hello. Yeah, if I understood it correctly, you mentioned PPI card, right? Given the regulatory notification.
Sure. Let me
can you
explain the RBI regulation.
Yeah.
What RBI clearly states in this regulation about PPI loading is that you can load a PPI using cash, debit, or credit card issued by any licensed bank. What it can't be loaded with is a new credit line issued by an NBFC. If it's a credit card which is getting used to load a PPI, it's completely allowed, because you as a platform is not taking any risk, and the actual onus of paying back the money is with the credit card holder, which is given to them by the banks. Any other questions?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
So do you also store the data at the back end?
We do not store your data. We use our payment gateway services partner with Cashfree and PayU to store just a tokenized information, and actual blocking happen through their interface. We do not physically store any of your card or any other sensitive data.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So wanted to know, do you hold the funds like from the credit card? Do you hold a pool account or you directly transfer to the PPI?
Okay, we do a just-in-time transfer. So we block that amount on your credit card using something called pre-authorization. It's still not charged on your card. Only when actual transaction happen, that's the point where it get logged on your credit card. So in your credit card bill, you will only see transaction happening and the time for those.
So till such time a pool account is maintained, is it at the back
It's not a pool account. It's just blocked on your card using a service called pre-authorization. It's there with your bank only. So we are not taking any money into our pool account or anything such as that.
Great, thanks.
Archit, hi, Nikhar this side.
Hi.
I have a question that what is your business model? I was not able to understand where are you earning from?
Sure, definitely. All right. First is the MDR cut which we get for each of the transactions. Even after commissioning what we have to pay back to the issuing credit card bank, we still earn roughly 1% on each transaction. The second thing is that because we are having track of each and every single transaction a family is making, we can partner with any of the firms in a future state to either provide a lending solution to these credit card refinancing or even an investment options, because we have complete control and visibility over how the transactions are getting made in any family. And that's where we can earn an additional revenue.
Actually, my question is, I think one part he has already asked, how do you make money? So second part which I want to ask is, as you said in the starting, like add-on card.
Yeah.
So is it sort of a replica of add-on card only?
Can you repeat your question?
What you are doing is exactly the add-on card. Instead of taking add-on card separately, you are just providing some platform.
Right. In comparison to add-on cards, there are few advantages which we have with Credwise. The first and the foremost is that we are not dependent on your bank. If you shift your card or actual card, you don't have to reapply for any of the add-on cards. It's a much faster process. The add-on Credwise card can be issued within 2 minutes. The last and the foremost important thing, which is very important for Indian credit card users and why they don't use add-on card as of now, is that we provide transaction level control. They want to have a visibility and control over how that shared credit is getting used.
Another thing is, like you said, 1% you take on the transaction.
Yeah.
Correct. So that is from the card holder?
Not from the card holder. It's a part of the MDR which merchant pays to the bank.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We may take more questions offline.
Sure.
Thank you so much for that powerful session. Well, they say serve last for the best, and we promise you the best is yet to come. Please get geared up because we have with us Niti AI, and to give us more insights, we have Mr. Hari Subramaniam and Mr. Arvind, who are going to be taking this absolutely invigorating demo. So yeah, we are looking forward to it.
Can you guys hear us? Can you guys hear me? Perfect. So Arvind is setting up a live demo. In the meanwhile, can I have a show of hands? How many of you here like science fiction? Any show of hands? All right, I see a lot of hands going up. That's great. I think you're all going to enjoy the show today because some of the folks that have seen our demo say that it's very similar to science fiction. So we are super excited. We are a fairly young company. We just started building, and we had an internal deadline, to be very honest. We had an internal deadline to get a demo done on the 20th of Feb, and we got accepted to the Fintech Fest. So I was actually going to chicken out, and I said, let's just do a deck. And the engineering team actually said, no, we're going to do a demo. And I'm going to give a round of applause to my team, and including Arvind, who has been busy putting together. So yeah, this is me, and this is Arvind. We did our rounds in a lot of the big tech companies, building customer engagement, amongst other things. We were at Uber, and Arvind and I were peers building the customer engagement stack for Uber, and a lot of what we have learned from there is what we are productizing at Niti AI. So at Niti AI, we are building the growth platform for banks. You might wonder what that is, so let's just talk about it. In today's day and age, growth essentially means building engaging digital experiences, right? Because a lot of the distribution happens digitally. So companies that do that well are the ones that grow, that upsell well, cross-sell well, and acquire customers well. So this is an example of an experience that you might see, that the customers actually expect today to see. The bottom part is actually a regular banking, traditional banking app, and on top of that is a customer engagement layer, which is appearing as a horizontal carousel, right? Now, this is a great experience. Let's look at one of these, like saving, maybe a day of the week saving. What does that tell me? The customer actually wants to save every day of a week, maybe on every Tuesday, they want to save 2,000 rupees towards some goal, financial goal of theirs. Next, and obviously, this is an automation where the platform or this experience is able to start saving 2,000 rupees every Tuesday. Next, it is asking this customer to say, okay, what is the goal for your particular savings? Is it a vacation? Is it a bike you want to purchase? Awesome, a habit is created, right? Now, this is the sort of experience that everybody wants to build. A bank wants to build it, fintechs want to build it, just you name it, right? Now, what does it take to build this experience? Because it's fairly complex, right? For a bank, it takes a lot to build such products and ship them. Even if you want the fastest time to market, you might actually work with a white label service provider, and there is a lot of back and forth. You have your own design team, you're working with the white label service provider, you have your IT, DevOps team who's helping you ship. You might have a BaaS vendor who actually runs the rest of your stack. There is a lot of coordination amongst all of these things, and it takes, trust me, like, months, if not quarters, to actually even get one flow out. And this is an iterative process, which means that you're actually having to ship again, and every ship is actually an app update, right? Which means that it's hard to get that built to the customer, especially given that in a country like India, people run very puny, phones, and they really don't want to update the apps on their phones because it slows down their machines. Therefore, customers don't update their apps, which means all the work that you did in order to create this feature never really sees the light of the day. In addition to that, talk about the marketing companies that you might have to engage in order to nudge the customer over, SMS, WhatsApp, email, in order to get them to the platform. That just adds to the complexity. Now, after doing all of this, you really get zero feedback because you just launched a great feature. You don't know if it is actually creating actual uplift, cross-lift for your products. How do you even know that? This all sounds very complex, right? And that's all about to get changed. We're going to completely simplify all of this process with our growth platform. Now, you're going to be able to launch banking flows to your users in 3 simple steps: pick, polish, and publish. Let's see what that means with a live demo. All right, so keeping my fingers crossed for the demo gods to be happy with it. All right, thank you. All right, so now this is, okay, better? Okay, so this is a banking application where this is your traditional banking application. None of our changes are actually in here. Now, let's actually go back and see how, with Niti AI's technology, you'll be able to build these digital experiences on this platform. So for us, digital experiences are what we call flows. Flows are nothing but a full digital experience that's completely conceived, built, as well as shipped inside of this platform by a product manager in a bank. Now, looks like we have at least one flow already starting to be configured. So now let's look at that. When you click on this, you're presented with a screen in our platform. On the right is the banking application that you earlier saw, except now you have this horizontal carousel that is just embedded contextually inside the right place, and the rest of the application is the traditional banking application. That I'm talking about the pink rectangle that's there. And then you're able to click through. On the left is the entire user journey which you want to create, right? And you're able to click through every single card in that journey. You're able to polish that, which means you can change the copy, you can change the content, you can change the image, you can change the color. You can create the entire user journey completely on this platform. You're able to save each of the step of the way. And it's not just the positive path, because a lot of times what happens is that you ship a digital journey, customers fall off from the journey and do not complete it. Now, why does it happen? There is also a feedback screen that actually captures contextually why somebody did not convert, and all of that is actually going to now get converted into a full experience. Now, you polish the experience. Now, you're going to publish. What does it mean? Now, you have something called a cohort here. A cohort is nothing but a list of customer IDs that you have already created. You can go to your data team, get a list of customer IDs, segment, they will slice the data 10 different ways to you and give you a list of customer IDs that you can bring as a CSV or an Excel, upload into this platform, and voila, you just have a customer cohort created. We have pre-created some customer cohorts here for the purpose of demo, just to be representative of what kind of experiences could be done here. You have cohorts for teens, early earners, mid-career, high net worth individuals, etc. Right? In addition to that, you can also have dimensions like all the teens in Delhi or all the teens in Bangalore or one cohort. So I can target just the teens in one city. Or I can say, I can do behavioral targeting, like all the early earners that are travelers or online shoppers. All of this data is available with your data team. They can create these cohorts for you. And then all you do is be able to upload these cohorts. Let's pick a cohort and target teens in Bangalore. And we're going to say that this flow is going to be shipped right now. And sometimes you may also run campaigns which are like for Diwali. And you might want to end the campaign by the end of that. So you can also pick an end if you really care about that. And then all you're doing is just publish, right? Okay, so, all right. So he's going to get around to publishing, and then once, as soon as the publish happens, now what is the experience that you expect, right? Is this experience shipped after days, weeks, months? What does it take to, in the traditional software engineering practice, you might take a quarter, you might take several months to ship this. In fact, do you think we can do it in weeks? How about days? How about minutes? Let's see what happens when we actually go and, okay, so this is the same, Arvind reminds me this is the same person logging in again. All they did was log out of the application and they log back in. Voila, all that experience you just shipped to them magically appears, and it's not a marketing nudge. This is a full-blown customer journey that's been implemented and served live from our backend servers, embedded inside the app, right? And they go through, and what you see, the experience is the one that you developed inside of that Loop dashboard, which is our no-code platform. And that experience is fully rendered inside this surface. Now, you're able to go through this, and you're able to complete that journey. Now, we talked about pick, polish, and publish, right? And I haven't gone into what I mean by pick. So we kind of started thinking about what does it take for a financial institution to build these journeys? And that's fairly complicated, right? So let's say if you go and create a flow, what do you have there? All right, we have these things called recipes. And recipes are pre-created user journeys. We have 50 of them already that we've thought through. And these are also segmented through various user personas, like teens, early earners, mid-career, SMEs, head of households, because different customers have different financial needs, and their financial experiences that they expect from the bank is very different, right? So let's take, for instance, a head of household. They have a large family. They might want to save for a family dinner. They might want to plan for the next Diwali purchase, or they don't want to miss financial deadlines in terms of paying bills, right? These are pre-created journeys ready to launch in a snap from this dashboard. If you go to like maybe a teen really cares about starting to save for their career. They really want to maybe send a gift to their loved one. They want to round up and save. They do a lot of shopping. They do a lot of they go to coffee shops, ice cream shops. They might want to round up those transactions and save towards their future. All of these experiences, you can pick any of them. You can polish these experiences in our no-code dashboard and publish them instantly. No app upgrades, no updates to your phone, and they're instantly delivered within minutes, right? That's the level of agility we can provide. All right, so taking a breather, we talked about the value prop of shipping stuff instantly. We talked about how we could personalize these to different customer personas, and we could personalize these to specific cohorts of customers. Now, you've shipped all these flows. You've purchased the software from Niti AI. How do you know that this is actually causing a lift to your sales, upsell, cross-sell? Like, how is it actually affecting your top line, right? So we have statistics and analytics built right into the module. So if you go there, so what we have is that all of the publish history for every single flow that you published, it's right there. But more importantly, you have all the engagement and the traction on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, how many customers are actually coming in and using these flows. And you have conversion metrics. If you have a multi-stage flow, at what stage in the flow does a customer drop off, right? And these are things that banks wonder about their journey that they launch, and all of these are actually right there baked into the product. You don't have to work with another marketing vendor or an analytics vendor to get this. All of this is in there. You also have performance metrics, like how snappy is the entire experience for your customers. So all of this comes right baked into the product. And we also have user feedback. So if a user actually goes and tells you why they don't like that loan application or that credit card you're trying to sell them, you get that feedback, and you're able to use that feedback to retarget the customer much better. Now, that's for people at the flow level. But if you're, say, the head of the digital bank and you're trying to grow CASA for your bank, how do you know whether the investment in Niti AI is really panning out for you, right? So we have top-level analytics as well from a business perspective. So we have business metrics that says, you know, what is the float that is actually growing for you month over month across various different flows. So you launched 10 different flows. How are they actually converting, and how is it growing for your business? You also have campaign performance, which is, you know, for various different flows that you launched, what is the drop-off rate? For different personas that you are launching it for, how are they engaging? Like, who is actually giving you the most float? Who's giving you the most revenue from these campaigns? And also you get distribution. Across various different cohorts that you're launching, who are the top customers who are actually really creating revenue for the product, right? So these are all analytics that we give out of the box for the flows that are launched with Niti AI Stack. All right, so that actually wraps up the demo. I think the team did a great job. Thanks, Arvind, for driving the demo. So just to recap, what are we here to do? We can help you launch banking flows to your users in 3 simple steps. We talked about pick, polish, and publish. Well, wait, But not just that, we can do them instantly because there are no app updates or upgrades. All of these are shipped to your customers in the same time you publish them. Is that all, Arvind? Oh no, you can actually launch, these are ready to ship recipes. You have 50 of them, and it's an ever-growing bank of recipes that we'll keep creating. So you don't have to have your designers and your product managers go and create these. You can actually use our ready-to-ship recipes, modify them, and ship them. And is that it? Or is there one more thing? And the last thing is that these are personalized. We have two more things. Okay. These are personalized because you're not just launching it for everybody. You're able to pick a cohort. You're able to pick a particular persona and launch it for them. And finally, all of these come with complete analytics and growth insights all through the platform. So that's the demo from us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that invigorating session. Do we have any questions from the audience?
Set of 3 questions for you. So one, I would like to know, this app actually renders inside the mobile application of the bank or a web application of the bank?
Yes, it does. So the app actually renders completely inside of the mobile application. So one of our core value prop is that you're never having to leave the context of the journey that you're in. Okay. All of this happens without any redirects, completely inside your user interface context.
And you have taken care of the form factor, be it Android, iOS, web.
Apologize for the screen resolution thing here when I'm trying to project, but sure. It should, you should be able to theme all of these to match the parent app. Everything renders in the parent app and everything is embedded wherever you want in the parent app. What we showed you was something which is in the home page itself, right? But you can think of more contextually adding surfaces to your app where just for targeted users you push certain flows that are again contextual and based on some transaction that you just did, or however your data team decides that, hey, I want to target these users.
And this is like, this rendering is like super now stable, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Only one last question. So in the flow of things, the product guy actually in the zest of things, sitting in the office at Friday evening, he could think about a project and he could actually go live, right?
Totally.
But the banks might not want to have that control.
Yes.
So maybe you'll have to give somebody else the maker checker, right?
So this is our MVP. As Hari was saying, we kind of put it together with the deadline in mind.
Sure.
We are working on adding role-based access control,
sure.
So that you will be having kind of, enough access control where we're also working on adding a review flow, because we built marketing platforms and stuff. Nothing goes without a copy review approval, legal approval, or all of that.
Sure.
So all of that should be seamlessly added to the platform very quickly.
Great.
One more thing on the stability you asked about. A lot of the learnings that we have externalized it was from our days at Uber, where the Uber app actually works this way, where predominantly a lot of features are completely self-service by the operations folks. We were engineering leaders, and our biggest problem was to self-service enable the operations folks, and Uber is an ops company. So a lot of the tech also comes from our half a decade of learning at Uber and having done this in production at large scale.
Interesting. Thanks.
Thank you.